So Zach has his first open drift tomorrow to test out this car. Focus.
Hey, is the audio on?
Yeah, audio's on.
No. Yep. This is take 1, right?
Yeah. It's not take 5. He's taping up the holes temporarily to keep the smoke and moisture and crap from going inside. So he's using like this contraption because the car's on jack stands to climb onto the wheel and then inside.
Mainly because I'm extremely short.
Yeah. And then Daniel's in here cleaning up wiring.
Cleaning? I mean, I'm just messing it up more.
You know what's on? I was thinking about it. It's honestly the funniest thing ever. Every time I meet someone new, they're like, dude, I thought you were taller. Like, what?
That's disappointing.
It is. I'm only 5'5". That's not that short. I mean, it is short, but...
That is kind of short. I'm not afraid of you driving it. I'm afraid that this car makes so much power, I'm literally going to be like a little girl in the car.
Dude, I'm going to be a little girl. No, that doesn't sound right.
If I just make the camera like this, it looks completely normal. But then when I pan out, you're upside down in the car.
You can see all like the blood rushing to my head.
Yeah. You just get like blood coming out of your ears.
I'm dying.
I will always love you.
Serenade by Zach.
Serenation by Zach Farrar.
I'm doing every tiny little hole.
No, this is
can, like
honestly,
you can't even tell from in the camera.
That's what I was like.
Gosh.
I showed Dan last night when he was drunk, but he was like, dude, I don't even see it. I'm like, thank you.
His eyes are closed. I can't see it.
Dude, I can't even tell.
With my eyes closed and my hand in front of my face, I can't tell, dude.
Wonder if... Say something funny, Daniel.
Do something cool. Instructions are online. Oh.
Instruction book.
It is a paper that says
Instructions are online. Well, time to get to Googling. Zach, we're at the track. This is the shakedown.
Number 1 day shakedown. First time in 2 years I've driven this damn thing.
How pumped are you on this?
I'm a little pumped. Only a little bit though.
Dude, I'm so excited. I'm excited, but slightly a little bit scared because this thing makes so much power. We're about to be ripping it, right? All right. Coming here in full shakedown mode. No panels, no nothing.
I got windows though.
Windows. We had them holes taped up like we were talking about last night.
Yeah. And the battery's all done. I forgot my jumper.
Putting the shoes on just to get interviewed.
Yeah. I have to be dressed so I don't look
Dressed to the nines with that Shinchoku shirt and sweatshirt.
It's a Shinchoku shirt.
Yeah.
I was gonna put my sweatshirt on, but that's also Shinchoku.
Okay, so how is it taking this car out for the very first time and ripping it with this new motor?
I'm impressed. Highly impressed. I didn't really know what to expect just because I haven't driven the chassis in 2 years and I didn't do a whole lot of work on the chassis, just motor and everything that had to do with motor. So it went really well. It's got a lot of power. It smokes like a son of a gun. And yes, the limiter is awesome. Yeah. The only thing that I think I might change for long term is the gearing. Yeah. First gear is slightly too long for me. Like I almost get to the end of the bank and then I have to downshift or upshift second to third and then clutch kick. But besides that, so.
Anyways, it's super exciting inside that car. I'm gonna cut to some of the in-car footage that I shot with him.
I'm at 212.
212 and then watch it just calmly go back down. Yeah. That was a wild ride. That is the first laps inside of this thing. So one of the things that's happening though is it's getting like a little bit of boost creep, and we're having to turn down the boost controller duty cycle just because we didn't put the weight of the car in when we were on the dyno, so it's causing a little bit of issues now. But as all in all, this thing's running great, and I'm excited with how this is working out. So we're gonna get back out there, but I'm gonna talk with David for a quick second and see what happened with his car. Okay, David, so you were able to only do one lap.
On?
Yeah, it is. So, David, you were only able to do one lap in this car, or 2 laps?
One. It broke on
lap.
the second lap.
Second lap, which was the first one that I rode with him on, and we were just double checking to make sure that the wastegate duty cycle on his car was also good. And now, what's the problem?
So first lap was good. It was shifting fine. Second lap, I was in third gear coming off the bank, and there's like an area where you have to slow down and scrub a lot of speed, so you put it in second, and I came out of third, tried to stop it in second, and it basically just bricked up on me. There's nothing there, and it's just neutral. So, dang, I need to get the extension, but basically there's a rod that goes through the transmission, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a rod that for the shifter selector for the gears that goes through the transmission, and what we're thinking is it bowed, which is keeping it out of every gear, essentially keeping it in neutral. We took all the retaining clips because there's clips with springs on each side. This one's actually about to fall out. There's a spring that goes on here and holds the shifter from having too much side to side, and it keeps it.
So it's actually what you have in neutral. So when you go side to side in neutral, that's the actual spring that brings it back into center position.
Correct.
So, and what we're thinking, what we're thinking happened is inside of the transmission, there's a little rod that goes into where you actually have your shifter. Inside of neutral is the empty space in between each of the shifting selectors. And I'll put maybe a picture of it up online or on the screen right now. And so what we're thinking happened is either it slid in between one of the selectors and is stuck out of gear and always in neutral and not able to put it in, or something happened with the rod where it's bent out and it's hitting something and not able to engage. So
Right.
what's the way you have to get this home and get a new transmission?
Yeah. New transmission before Matsuri, which is in like 5 days.
Yeah, we've got
4
a lot
days.
of work. I still have to finish stuff on the SR, and yeah, but this is a perfect time to have this happen, is before an event where we drive like 250 miles or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah,
We don't have any spare parts or anything.
Yeah.
At least here we know what the problem is. We can go home. We have a week to figure out the issue and fix it. Drive it around and then diagnose. Make sure it's still good to go.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna go ride with Eddie on the track and do some tandems with him real quick. So we'll cut to that now. Yo, Eddie, you about to go rip this or what?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. This has been such a fun day at the track. Get to hang out with all the homies. Got Eddie here. David already broke his car. Tim's here.
He broke his car?
Yeah, David broke his transmission.
Oh no.
And then Zach's car is actually doing pretty good. So we're gonna do another lap of the cars here. Or we're gonna do a lap here with Eddie, go rip it up. I haven't ridden with him since he's had this car painted, and like, actually it's been a really long time since I rode with him, so I'm pretty pumped. The line watching YouTube videos. Saba. What's this layout call we're about to do?
Tandem mayhem.
So what is this? You just get to keep going and hot lapping the whole track?
You're just hot lapping, and avoiding Miatas that are spinning out.
All right, I'm excited for this. I did this a few times before one of the last events that I did when I blew up my motor, which I think is actually the reason why my motor's dead. So, and Eddie says he blew up a transmission doing this, so
yeah.
We're hoping we don't break something right now.
Yeah.
All right, so Eddie gave a little tap to this guy in the RX-7, just a light one. We're gonna see what happened. Nothing, dude.
Wheel? Yeah, probably. Yeah. That's good though.
That was tight. All right, Eddie, no drift damage from that, huh? That was pretty awesome though. Literally,
wheel, just a
little nick on it, dude. That was awesome. We were like so close. We just barely grazed him. Feeling right now?
Good.
Good?
Tired.
Got some good shots out there? Yeah? He's just chilling. Sean is the master photographicator of the cinematographicator. So yeah, he's the one out on the track. Actually, in one of the ones with Zach, when I was doing a ride along with him, I shot the camera and pointed it over at Sean. So I'll cut to that real quick so you can see him on this side of the track.
That was me. That was me. That was me.
You can barely see it in this camera. Down like $200 worth of sushi, but we did all you could eat, so it was good. That was good stuff. Wow.
I'm turning into a fish.
Parts of my body are growing scales on them. Dude, what do I gotta do on this again? Where do you have
Clipping my fingernails.